So my name is Kim Armstrong, and I am the Marketing and Communications Manager at Echo Housing and Community Development. So Echo Housing is it's a lot to grasp. So when I think of Echo Housing, I think of three main pillars. First pillar is housing. Second, I think of Echo Housing and Community Development as we are a CDC, a Community Development Corporation, and so we have a vast number of initiatives that we participate in within the community with community partners and other agencies that do work in the community. We are steeped deep in veteran services. So just the overall thing, I just think of housing, community development, and veteran services. My first experiences with working with the individuals and families experiencing homelessness started with church. And so I was part of a church group that would serve at United Caring Services, serve a meal every now and then. And then I came to be a youth director at St. Paul's United Church of Christ. And I also ran their after school program that was called Open Gym. And a lot of the families that we served through that program were families that had housing instability and challenges and barriers to economic success and things like that. And so my heartstrings were pulled on that. And I also found it very important for the youth to do work in the community and understand all the ins and outs of our community and our society. And so we would then I would take youth to UCS, United Caring Services, to serve a meal once a month. We spent a couple of different summers in Atlanta working with a organization that works with people experiencing homelessness. And then we were able to go several times down to Biloxi, Mississippi, to Back Bay Mission, which is a organization that helps people with housing instability and those who are experiencing homelessness. And it made us and me more compassionate, more understanding of realizing what that life looks like. And of course, it's just a tiny little window into it. But the more my compassion grew. So I spent a couple of years at Aurora doing fundraisers and writing grants and talking to community members and trying to gain support for Aurora. I did some outreach. I rode along on some outreach calls and got to know some of the clients that Aurora had. And then I switched over to Echo Housing to work with marketing and communications. So I feel like I have a pretty deep history of learning about people experiencing homelessness and what the actual, causes and reasons and barriers to housing that many folks experience. So yeah, that's just kind of my journey, and it's in my heart. That path has taken me to many great surprises and success stories for people, and it just makes me very happy to be able to tell their story. Our mission statement is improving lives by reducing barriers to housing, social well-being, and economic opportunity. And so a lot of the things that we have are to boost and provide services to our clients so that they can have less barriers to those things of housing and social well-being. And Echo Housing and Community Development um, just encompasses so much within our community, from education to food resources to mental and physical health care needs. Our partnership with Southwestern Behavioral Health and EPD on their E Cubed initiative to help people stay housed. I think uh, our hardest work and our most important work is helping those with barriers to get housing and maintain housing. And just a little shout out to also our veteran community. The veteran community in Evansville is just fantastic. We have veterans working in our HVRP program, which is the homeless veteran reintegration program, and places like Work One and Brentwood Springs and lots of places have these little niches of veteran services that we work with and to help our veterans. I'm particularly fond of our veteran services because my dad was a veteran in Vietnam, and he suffered greatly. And so just getting the word out that we have these wonderful services for veterans, for families with children, and medically vulnerable people. It just really warms my heart to know that we have such compassionate people in our community that come together and serve our most vulnerable people.